guys, my name is Suj, and in today's video I'll be doing a cash unstuffing, and I wanted to give an update on my binder setup. I also really wanted to come on here and give you guys an update on what's been going on since it's been over a month since my last video. I'll have timestamps posted if you want to just skip over to the unstuffing, but we'll get started with the updates. In my last video, I talked about how I put in my 2 weeks notice at my travel nurse assignment, and my last day was January 30th. Today is February 22nd, and I just got to LA for my next assignment. So I've been out of work for about 3 weeks now. I've done a couple of cash stuffings off camera in the time that I've been away. I think it was about 3 paychecks that I got, and I've moved and changed some things around, so I'll show you guys. This holds my 100 envelope challenge that I got from Beezy's Things, and I've done 4 more sections since I've been away, so I'm stuffing a total of $101 every time, and I am up to 5 on section 1 and section 10, so I have $505 saved in here. This is my Ghibli savings challenge that I got from Oh Mama Budget, and I think the last time I only had this 50 stuff, but then I also have 100 and 75, so then I need to work on the rest of these. This binder used to be my travel binder, but I moved some things around, and now it holds my monthly savings challenge that I got from the Fancy Dollar, and I am currently working on February. So I've completed January, and January saved me $45, and for February it will be saving me $58, so I still have this amount, which is $28 to complete for February. I think I might be a little bit behind just because I haven't been working the past 3 weeks, but we will catch up on this. And then behind all of these, so I think I just have up to April in here, and the rest I just have away off to the side. I also have some of Katie's savings challenges in here. They're so cute. I got to place an order during her last launch, so I have some really cute ones lined up. The hardest part about packing and coming to LA was trying to decide which challenges I wanted to bring, because I have so much, and I obviously couldn't bring all of them here, and I also had to condense a lot of my binders to hold a lot of different categories and stuff, because I didn't want to bring too many binders, but I still brought, let's see, 6. It's still so much. So then going into my high priority, categories are the same. I did add health and wellness to this binder. It used to live in my guilt-free binder, but I found that this was a very important category for me. I've prioritized buying gut supplements and anything fitness related, so I moved it to here. This is the binder where I would like to stuff weekly and make a priority to do that. And then behind here, I used to have a separate bills binder, but I moved it to high priority because I really needed to condense down on how many binders I brought. And yep, so I still have my bills categories here. And then this is my guilt-free binder. The front categories stayed the same. The only thing is in the back I added what was in my travel binder to this binder as well. So these are just all my travel categories, and I am still working on saving up for Puerto Rico, which is coming up next week, and then a family cruise. This is my long-term savings and goals binder, so things have changed in here as well. So the first thing is I have my rainy day envelope here. This used to live in my high priority binder, but I moved it to here because I fully funded it to $200. And I used to mention this, but if you didn't know, I used prop money for my cash stuffings because I like to keep all of my money in the bank, but I like the physical representation of cash in specific categories. So that's why I use the prop money. For rainy day, however, I put $200 of real cash in here to have on hand for many emergencies. So I've got $200 here. My idea is that I want to dip into here if I, ever need cash for anything. And then I moved over the sinking funds that I had in my high priority binder to this binder, just because I think it makes a little more sense to keep it in here. These aren't categories that I will be stuffing every week, but once they're fully funded, then I'm not really going to be touching them. So, and then back here I have my longer term savings goals, and I did remove some envelopes that were not going to be a priority for a while. Like my family savings used to be behind here, and then I also had wedding, but I took that out because these will be things that I save for after I reach a fully funded emergency fund of around $20,000, and after I buy a car and get an apartment. So family savings and wedding, I removed those envelopes for now. I just didn't want to have those envelopes sitting in my binder, especially while I'm on this assignment. So I took them out and placed them somewhere else. And then the home categories have stayed the same. This is my love binder. The only thing that has changed in here is just in the back. I have added some savings challenges that I want to work on while I'm in LA for the next several months. So I have some really fun ones lined up here. So now we'll get started with the unstuffing. I am a little nervous about some categories like household and groceries because I definitely don't have enough money in there for those things, so I'm gonna have to maybe dip into my Ghibli savings to cover some of the costs. It's really been a struggle with not being paid the past 3 weeks or so. I'm very thankful that I got to stay with my parents and they paid for a lot of my expenses, so there wasn't a lot coming out. But I was very unprepared for coming to this next assignment and, having to buy all the things that I may need. So I have my expenses written down over here. I'll first start with my high priority binder. I'm just gonna take a look and see what I can do right now. I think groceries will be way out of budget, so I'm gonna wait to do that. Household as well. But we can definitely do transportation. Oh, and my boyfriend got me this new calculator, just so cute. And it sounds really nice. I love this black and white one. All right, so transportation, I have parking for $1. And then I also got a bus card and I loaded that for $25. So that is $26 that I will take out. Oh, I have a good bit. I think this was in preparation for all the Ubers and stuff that I would take. I am going to Puerto Rico next week, so I think I was planning on that and added a lot here. So 26, I have 30 here. And I will give myself back $4. So now in transportation, I have 1, 200, 20, 40, 1, 2, 3, 4. So 244, which is awesome. So maybe I'll think about pulling some money out of here to help cover. Next is health and wellness. So I got a protein shaker for $12 and then protein powder for $29. And then something else for $10 that I don't remember. So that is a total of $51. So I've got 60 here. So I'll give myself back $9. So health and wellness now has 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I'm gonna go into my guilt-free binder first because I see an expense for something that I think I'll be able to do. So here's my guilt-free. Oh, and I need to check off the health. So 1, 2, and 3. So for guilt-free, for spending, I purchased Girl Scout cookies for $6. I have not seen anyone sell Girl Scout cookies in such a long time. Like, I remember when I was younger, they were always outside of grocery stores, and I haven't seen them in years. So I was very surprised to see that they were outside my local market. And my favorite ones are the Lemon Ups. So I got a pack of those, so that was $6. So I've got a 20. I'm gonna give myself back 14. So spending now has 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. And then for food and drinks, I got Chipotle when I got here yesterday, so that's 16. That's pretty expensive. Has it always been like that? I just got a burrito bowl and it was $16. Oops, I'm gonna grab another one. So I've got $4 going into food and drinks, or that's what's left in food and drinks. And then what I have left is household, beauty I have in here, I believe. So self-care and beauty. Ooh, okay, so I only have 10. I can do... Okay, this is where I don't have enough for my categories, so I'm just gonna start with this. Beauty, I got a headband for $6, and then hairspray for $8. And that's it. So that's a total of 14. So I have 10 here. And then I need to take $4 from somewhere, which I think I'll do from Wishlist. I think I have that exactly. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. So that takes care of beauty. So I'll put this back. Okay, since I know I'm definitely going to be over, I'm just going to take this money out. So I had 20 in wish list. Because guilt-free is not really an important, binder for me. So if I need to empty all this out, that's okay. And I had $4 left in here. Spending, I had 14. So I'll take all of that out. So going back to high priority. Let's see what the damage is. So we've got groceries. Groceries, I have $8 that I spent at Trader Joe's. I got some Chomps jalapeno beef, I believe, flavored jerky, and the Bearbell protein bar. I only got one of each, and that was $8. And then I spent $33 on miscellaneous things for groceries. And then $60 at Trader Joe's. So that's a total of 101. Let's see what I've got here. 20, 40, 60, 70, 75, 6, 7, 8. So 78, that's more than I thought that I had. So I just need $23 more to cover. So I'll go into here. So I got 20, 1, 2, 3. Okay, so that takes care of groceries. And then this is my biggest worry, so household. So at Walgreens, I spent $65. I bought a shampoo and conditioner. I also bought a sunscreen. And then I forget what else that came up to be $65. And then $50 on other things. So that was like toilet paper. I bought some sanitizing wipes, trash bags, things like that. Oh, okay, and that's it. So that's $115. And I only have 20 in here. So taking 20 out, and I owe 95. Let's see how much this is. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So I still need to find $80 to cover everything. So I definitely can go into transportation, health and wellness. I'm not planning on getting anything anytime soon, so let's take all this out. So that's 9. So 71. Because I really don't want to get into my savings challenges to take out the $71, I'll just take it out of here. So I'm gonna do 101 and give myself back 30, I believe. Yep. Okay, so that still gives me plenty for an Uber ride when I leave for Puerto Rico. I've got 100, 20, 40, 60, 70, 1, 2, 3. So 173 still in transportation. Okay, and that is it for the unstuffing. I'm just curious. I want to see how much I spent in the last 2 days. So I spent $329 on what I felt like were necessities, even though I packed 2 large suitcases, like one full of like all the necessities, like all the things that I use, like toiletry wise. I had to pack like 7 pairs of shoes, like comfort items, you know, things like that. Even though I packed 2 suitcases, I still needed to get a couple of things, and that was $329 worth of things. I mean, groceries was a big part. Yeah, that's ridiculous. Well, that is it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I know that I said that I was back with regular content and it's been a while, but you know, now that I'm, you know, situated in LA and I'm starting a new job, hopefully I'll be back more regularly. I really missed posting videos and talking to you guys, but things have been a little hectic with trying to figure out where I was gonna go next and doing all the onboarding and testing and all of that stuff. But I'm here now and things should be looking okay. I've been to this hospital before back in 2021, so I know a lot of the people that are still there, so I think it'll be really nice. But anyways, thanks so much for watching, and I will catch you guys in my next video. Bye!